Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Twitter of course, and welcome to the behind of the scenes video of Boxcorp Beta 5. So I start off with probably the most important information, so if you are not interested behind the thought process, you can just listen to the important information and then just close the video if you really want to. So first off, this is probably going to be the last version of this map. I'm not sure yet, it depends, but there's a problem with the whole foundation of this map. If you watched the video that I did on Boxcorp Beta 4, then you know that I just started off with a boxed room and just extended that whole room. So there's a little bit of problem with the foundation. So it's rather work on a newer map and go from there instead of keep on working on this map, fixing up something that's crappy from the start. Well, that's not crappy, but yeah, well, you know what I mean, right? It's like if you want to build a skyscraper, and to build a skyscraper you need a really good and deep and sturdy foundation, and that's kind of what I don't have on this map. So, and the second thing is I would not recommend this map for more than 24 players. I tried this out with bots quite a bit, and with 24 people playing the map, it gets really crowded. Of course, bots are not going to respond the same way as actual players do. Players are probably going to take more the side passages that I've created, while bots just pick the shortest route they can possibly take to the middle point. I actually have 32 spawn positions to support 32 people, so people won't spawn inside of each other. But I still wouldn't recommend going with a large side amount of players, more than 24. I would even not recommend 24 sometimes. So, and the third but not least is optimization wise. I'm still pretty bad at optimization, so I'm not sure how well this map is going to run on low end systems. On my system, of course, is just fine because I have a pretty powerful PC. But on lower end PC, I'm not sure how well it's going to run. It's not that complex of a map, so I think personally it's probably going to be run about the same as a regular standard Valve map. But that's probably the three most important things you need to know about this version. So what changes in this version? It's mostly visual changes, really. I've added in props, I've improved the textures and other stuff, and just generally improved the look of the map. But there also is a few gameplay changes. I will go over those. As you can see, the visuals have changed. I've added pipes here, and this beam thing, this round shaped beam, and this beam over here, and this little area over here. I've also added in a second route, not a second, actually a third route to the base, to the middle point, and that's down here. You can see, it's a little bit popped, squeezed in here. And it again has to do with the whole foundation and how I have built the map, because I have to rebuild this entire back area if I want more room to squeeze this extra hallway, extra route to the center points in there. So I've also added in all these areas here, and this is an entire building. Right here you can see here I have made this entire building here over. It doesn't actually have a door on the right. It does have a drop down here, and there's a small ammo and a medium health pack, and a little bit of the restroom here. Mostly visuals. It looks pretty okayish, I guess. I also kept these buildings here. They were actually just placeholders. I didn't intend for them to stay, but they work pretty properly gameplay wise. As a soldier, for example, you can just jump upon them and shoot at the central point. Deliberately also didn't put any ammo or health inside of this building, because I just didn't want people to just stand in here all day and just spam it on the point. So that's a little bit the thought process behind these buildings. I just keep them here because they work. They do what they're supposed to. You can rocket jump on top of them. Engineers can build inside of them. They work, and that's the reason why I left them there. And to be honest, I don't know what to place them by. So there's also health and ammo here. Clean this area up here. I finally put something on top of this little shack here. These buildings still are here. I don't know what to place them by, so this is a little bit weird that they are just like houses over here. But anyways, I also added in, like, I've removed a lot of the brick walls on the sides over here to like added in buildings. It still looks a bit weird, but it's better than just like a straight up brick wall. Same here. This is like all lowered, and I also added in things like a fog, for example. You can see like in the distance. Let me go jump out top over here, and you can see like there's fog in the distance, so you can't see the end of the map really that well anymore, which it feels much more atmospheric. And inside of map there's also some fog, so you can't really see it right now. You have to like really look far in the distance. But if you play sniper, then you probably notice that it's a little bit like grayed out in the all the way in the distance over there. So it adds a lot of like atmosphere. There's also sound that I've added in the map. There's now actual sound effects, like in the spawn room you might have heard there's like a spawn room noise. There's also like a sound in the computer room over there that I just went through. And I've also improved this a little area here. It used to be only like one very long hallway, and then like a second one here that connects in between. I've changed them into like 2 rooms instead. And also added in like things like props and pipes and whatnot to dress them up a little bit, and then you come across this room, which I think looks fairly nice. There's a health spec here. Also, I wanted to kinda put health and impacts here on the sides and not around the points, to like force people to go away from the point. And again, it gives this path also leads up to the room here. Which you also saw over there, and also opened up this thing a little bit here. There's more light in here, there's glass on top, some extra decorations. I don't know, it still looks a little bit weird, doesn't it? Yeah, but I'm trying, guys. Also, the middle point has changed. Instead of just like 3 crates here to protect you a little bit, to provide a little bit cover, you actually have like walls here where you can crouch behind. It actually provides you some cover, because I did want there to be a risk into capturing the middle point, but they're not being covered at all, and people just spamming on the point was a little bit dangerous, especially now that you have like that side building over there where people can shoot at you. And if you stand in this corner, you cannot actually capture it. You have to like stand over here. So that's really nice. Let me no clip, and then we go up into the air. So overall, also lower the skybox a little bit, as so rocket jumping soldier you probably won't bump against the skybox, but as a sticky jumping demo man you might. Let me actually test. I don't think you can bump against the skybox. No, I didn't think I reached it. But that lowers that a little bit to prevent you from seeing like the back area here, which is a little bit sloppy, yes. And also over here, like this little bit sloppiness still everywhere. But it looks much better than previous version. Mostly visuals. I've also had more buildings on the sides and whatnot, and this building over here with like barrels and whatnot. And the gameplay changes, I went over them, like extra routes behind here that you can't really see. That gets you over here in the computer room, right? Where there's also computer background noise. If you listen closely, you can hear like computers like making noises and like lights flickering. I've added all that in, like a little bit of details here and there. I've also added in like a little Easter egg to myself to use truly. A little bit of fun little things, and there's also this thing. Which I might actually remove if I release this. I don't know. Like, should I keep this? Like a pedo bear? I don't know. Like, I might keep it. I might remove it before I upload it. I don't know. But again, like mostly visuals, that sounds gameplay-wise, small changes. So before I start repeating myself over and over, so that's most of the changes. I hope you like this version. Go enjoy my map. Thanks for watching, everybody, and take care.